Welcome to another episode of Bargain Saturdays, and this week I decided to take a look at Nico the Unicorn, a movie based on a book of the same name, which I got in this collection of 18 movies. And I have to admit, some of these movies are, well, notoriously bad. Gordy, anyone? Please don't ask me to talk about Gordy. I won't talk about Gordy even if you ask. I've watched it once when I was a child. I'm not watching it again. Ever. As for why I picked Nico the Unicorn, well, I do have a soft spot for unicorns and dragons, of course. One of my favorite books is Talking with Dragons, so it's hard for me to resist a movie about unicorns forever. I've had it laying around for a while and decided it's finally time to take a look at it. I have to admit, it's not a bad film, actually. It's pretty solid all around with some good acting. It's got a decently well-written script and holds together relatively well. If there's anything I have to complain about the movie, is that it has some amateurish effects, which I can largely overlook because who cares? It doesn't matter how the movie looks somewhat, as long as the story is well told and interesting and involving. About the only real complaint I have of any major note is that the movie feels a bit slow at places. This isn't to say the movie's wasting your time when it's being slow. It's trying to establish character relationships and motivations and personality traits. So the movie's not wasting my time per se, but I feel like it's staying on those scenes a bit longer than it need to. Like early on, they show a scene where Billy's trying to show that he's not some helpless cripple because he has one bad leg. That was the result of a car accident that killed his father. But despite the fact he hits like a home run ball, his bad leg causes him to trip and fall after rounding first, which causes him to get tagged out. So he wants to establish to everyone that he's not a helpless person, that he's still a full person that can do things on his own and for himself. Despite the fact his mom wants to coddle him, and his only friend at school seems to want to coddle him, but everyone else seems to pretty much hate him at school, or at least the bullies do. Because, you gotta have bullies in a kid's movie. It's like some sort of universal law, which gets sort of old as a plot point. But you know what? The bullies aren't on screen that often, so I can sort of ignore them for the most part. Another slow scene, I suppose, that sort of annoyed me was when this police officer is trying to ask out Billy's mom, and she's being hesitant about it, saying she has things to do. It's like she's hesitant to get back in the game after losing her husband, boyfriend, significant other. I'm not sure what he was. They don't seem to really stop to establish what that relationship was. I don't remember in the film, but I guess it doesn't really matter. It obviously hurt her as a person. She doesn't want to really get back in a relationship at the current time because she feels she has other things to do, and maybe she feels it'd be a disgrace to his memory to get involved in another relationship so soon. It doesn't really ultimately matter why. It's just I feel the scene was a bit too long when it was trying to establish these fears or concerns. Outside of that, though, there's not really anything else I have to complain about the film. I mean, if you're looking for a decent children's film, this one's not a bad choice to take a look at. Otherwise, I'd say, well, you can always take a look at some better films, like The Land Before Time or something. Otherwise, I don't have anything else to say about this one. Till next time, then. See ya.